It's graduation season, and I want to share some real-world advice for the 2017 graduates. The real world can be a scary place, so I asked some friends on Facebook and Instagram what advice they would give to graduates of the class of 2017. So here's their advice, plus a couple more tips I think you need to know. Number 1. This advice comes from Kevin E. He says, "No job is beneath you. Sometimes you have to do the jobs that nobody wants to do and work your way up. But that's how you earn a good reputation as a good employee." When I was in school, one of the things I hated most was group work, because there was always those few people in the group that would say, "I'm not doing that, that's not my job. I'm not doing that, that's not my job." In the real world though, if you say that too many times and your boss is paying attention, you're fired, and you have no job. Number 2. This is one of my favorites on the list, and it comes from Laura G. She says, "Try to avoid debt as much as possible." Very simple, very straightforward, and something that is not talked about very much in school. In fact, in the financial literacy class that you took in high school, you were taught that debt is a good thing, and debt will help you pay for school, pay for your car, pay for your house, pay for your new shoes. But in the real world, debt is a very nasty thing. Trust me when I say it is a very good feeling and puts you at a huge advantage to not owe anyone anything. Number 3. This one somewhat speaks for itself. It comes from Derek D, and he says, "Focus less on competencies and more on character. Too often we feel like we have to have the right mix of skill sets, when in reality, skills can always be taught, but character is the most valuable thing you can bring to the table." Again, let's think back to some of the people you knew in school. A lot of them are jerks, and it's not fun to work with a jerk. Number 4. James T simply says, "Always wear sunscreen." That advice by itself is very important, because the sun will destroy you. But there's a bigger story behind this, and it goes all the way back to 1997. An article was published in the Chicago Tribune by Mary Schmitz as a theoretical commencement speech, and if you want to go check that out, just Google "always wear sunscreen" and look for the Chicago Tribune piece from 1997. It's a pretty good read. Number 5. I picked this one up from a coworker of mine when I was a truck dispatcher working at a fruit and produce cold storage warehouse. His name was Frank T, and when I first met him, I thought he was insane. But when everything was going wrong, he always said, "It's just fruit." A driver just called and said he's not taking the load. "It's just fruit. We'll find a new truck." A pallet of mangoes just fell all over the warehouse floor. "It's just fruit. We'll clean it up." A shipper's on the phone losing his mind, screaming at the top of his lungs because the truck with his apples is late. "It's just fruit." It's kind of like that old cliche, don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff. It's just fruit. Number 6. And the last piece of advice I want to share with you, keep learning. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that you've completed your education just because you have a diploma. Remember, school does not equal education, so please, keep learning, keep improving, keep moving forward. What real-world advice would you give the graduates of 2017? Leave a comment down below and share it with everyone. And if this was your first time here to Capo TV, and you also think school is a joke, then hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss anything in the future. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.